Hi all you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be discussing 5 Magic the Gathering Precon commander decks that I bought specifically for the pieces they contain. Now I'm going to jump right into things with the Mystic Intellect deck. This is a deck you buy exclusively for Dockside Extortionist, which makes up the brunt of the deck's cost. He's great in any red deck because he allows you to make a large number of treasures, especially when facing artifact or enchantment decks, which you can use to ramp up your board state. Number 2, Blood Rights. I've purchased this deck for both Exquisite Blood and Charismatic Conqueror. Exquisite Blood is great in any black deck because when it's paired with either Sanguine Bond or Malakir Bloodlord, it creates an infinite combo which allows you to win the game as soon as you gain life or an opponent loses life. Whereas Charismatic Conqueror is great in most white decks and especially Vampire Tribal decks, because it forces your opponents to either let you create tokens with lifelink or tap their artifacts and creatures whenever they enter the battlefield, helping to ensure they stay open for attacks and cannot ramp or build up their board presence as easily. In other words, it stalls the progression of their board. 3. Arcane Maelstrom. This is a deck I've picked up simply for deflecting SWAT, which allows you to choose new targets for a target spell or ability. This is extremely handy because it can be put into any red deck and can be used to protect one of your key cards, such as your commander, among other things. 4. Legends Legacy. I bought this deck for 2 cards specifically. The first is the Reaver Cleaver and the second is Shizo, Death's Storehouse. The Reaver Cleaver is a wonderful addition to any red deck and gives the creature that it is equipped to +1/+1 in trample. Also, whenever the creature it is equipped to deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you get to create that many treasure tokens. The most valuable aspect of this card is the second portion of its text, which allows you to create treasure tokens whenever you deal damage to a player or planeswalker, which tends not to be too difficult with the spillover granted by the card's trample effect. I love having treasures on hand because they allow for the creation of any color mana, which I can use to quickly build my board state, to counter spells, get rid of pesky cards on my opponent's fields, etc. Shizo, Death's Storehouse, is wonderful in any black deck because of its secondary ability, which allows you to pay a black and tap it to grant a legendary creature fear until the end of turn. Fear makes the target incapable of being blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures. Naturally, this is great because it limits the things that can block one of your stronger beasties or commander, allowing you to swoop in and do a lot of damage. In decks lacking both black cards and artifacts, it makes your creature unblockable, making it much easier for you to rack up damage and win the game. Last but not least is number 5, Elven Council. I bought this deck predominantly for Swan Song and Raise the Palisade, a wonderful addition to any blue deck. But the elves it includes are wonderful for any elf tribal deck with a stronger commander, Voja, colors permitting, etc. Swan Song is a wonderful counterspell, which can be used to get you out of a sticky situation and around the singleton rule in Commander when you need more counters in your deck. Whereas Raise the Palisade allows you to choose a creature type and return all creatures that aren't of the chosen type to their owner's hands. This is ideal in a tribal deck, where you can choose your tribal type and rid the board of everything else. In the best case scenario, this will serve as a board wipe, and something that forces your opponents to discard cards once they've, presumably, gone over their hand limit because of everything you've forced back into it. And of course, now that the board has been cleared out to a significant degree, you can swing at will and knock some folks out, or buy some time to build up your board state if you've been behind the entire match, and hopefully, turn the tide of the battle in your favor. And there you have it, my list of 5 Magic the Gathering Commander Precons I purchased specifically for the cards they contain. What did you think of my list? Is there another deck you think I should add to it? Have you purchased any of these precons simply for a card or 2 it contains? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue, subscribe, ring that bell so you'll know what's up, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys!
Hi, Tisha Valenza, aka Poison Ivy, and you've just been watching King's Entertainment Reviews. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.